Welcome to Florida Men on Florida Man with Greg, Wayne, Josh, and Cameron, the podcast where Floridians discuss the legends, lore, and crazy stories that always seem to take place in Florida. Welcome. Just three best friends here hanging out. What are you guys up to?
Just three best friends here hanging out.
Just me and my best friend. Which one?
Oh.
It's
Betrayal.
Yeah.
Top 10 anime betrayals. One just happened right there. Listen, episode 154.
Yeah.
We made it, finally. This is the last show.
You guys-
154.
You remember when we met President Obama and we said, will it get better than this?
Right.
Yeah.
And we said probably
And the Secret Service was like, delete that episode.
right now.
Mhm.
154, make it that far, and then you can meet him again. And so
Finally.
here we are. We're excited about it. I wanted to ask specifically Cameron.
Yeah.
How's your week going?
Honestly, it could be a little bit better.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Actually, I feel a little lucky. My car got broken into
Come again?
2 days ago.
Do you
Really?
save all your stories for this? Like, I don't hear from you all week until it's like time to record.
Yeah, what in the world?
Our car got broken into.
Okay.
Now it's our car.
Well, it's my wife's car. Tuesday night.
Okay.
But I didn't know about it until my neighbor was knocking on our door at 6:15 in the morning,
Early
saying
bird.
that his truck was stolen.
Oh my gosh.
So my car was broken into.
Could have been your car.
Yeah, my car was broken into, but my neighbor's truck was stolen,
Well,
and
yeah, okay.
and it's on my cameras
Oh no.
to
No
the front of my
way.
house.
Yeah.
I can see three guys walking down the street.
3 dudes.
They end up taking the truck. Yeah,
Now, if you had to
How?
give a description of these three guys, does
Right.
one have a beard, two have glasses?
yeah. One has a mustache.
Whoa, that's
Uh-oh.
odd.
It's
That's
weird.
uncomfortable.
It is
Speaking of that,
uncomfortable.
we got new transportation.
We
so we
did.
can do live shows throughout the state.
Brand new truck, brand new from truck. Listen, that may appear on a headline. It's
It might.
possible.
That's exciting.
Am I?
Truck thievery headline.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
in
They
the meantime,
found the truck.
do you really?
Burned.
They did?
They
Where
did.
at?
In the middle of an orange grove.
No way.
That makes
I'm
sense.
not kidding. Yeah.
Well, listen, Cameron, do you have any headlines that are similar to that?
Actually, I definitely do.
Come on, bless
Let's
us.
get to it.
Bless us,
Please.
baby.
Okay, headlines.
Okay, headlines.
All right. Our first headline. We have a Florida man. Okay. He's a biker. He's got a Harley-Davidson.
Oh man, American
Right.
muscle. they call
American
it.
muscle.
Yeah.
Flex it.
I don't think he has that many muscles, but American muscle motorcycle.
Okay.
Okay. 2020 Harley-Davidson
Whoa.
Street Glide Special worth $30,000.
One of my favorites.
It's a nice
Yeah.
bike.
Yeah.
Nice
That's
bike.
2 wheels for 30 grand. You
That's
can get
not
4
bad.
wheels for 30 grand.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Just saying.
They have good stereo systems though. They got
Yes, they
good-
do.
Do
Yeah.
they really?
They MP3 players on it.
Oh,
I think.
wow.
That's not bad.
That's new technology for Harley.
So, anyways, this guy had this really nice bike,
Yeah.
and it was stolen from him at
Whoa.
a bar.
Okay. Shouldn't have been there.
Hog
It
bar.
shouldn't have been there. Well,
Yeah.
he told police once he found out that it was stolen. You know, I left my Harley here last night, and I Ubered home. I was trying to be responsible, and which
Okay.
is nice. I get that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they kind of start tracking it down. They find video footage of the guy who stole it.
Yep.
They also find video footage and phone records of the owner, you know, our Florida man here,
Okay.
that arranged for it to be stolen.
Good.
Okay. Steal my
Very
hog.
good.
Yep.
Yeah. And then because that morning,
Yep.
that it was like, whoops, my bike's gone, he filed a insurance claim. And that was the whole idea behind this
Too
was
quick.
to get
Too
insurance
quick.
money.
Yeah.
And he had this, before it was stolen,
Mhm.
quote unquote, he had disconnected the GPS device and
Very
took all
clever.
the valuables off of probably the MP3 player.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
took his phone charger out, I would assume,
that's
that kind of
good.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he's in jail because instead of just selling his motorcycle,
Yep.
Yeah, he tried to steal his own motorcycle.
he tried to steal his own. So now he's in for insurance fraud, tampering with evidence, providing false information.
Wow.
Like $20,000. He's being held on $20,000 $50,000 bond.
His bike is the evidence, and he tampered with it.
Right.
Yes.
That's 10 more K
I don't-
on top
I-
of that bond, and you buy a new bike.
I just don't.
You need gap
I don't
insurance if you want that.
understand. Like, why?
Well, you overpaid for a 2-wheeler.
Okay, but sell it for 25.
That's
Can't
what I'm
take a
saying.
loss.
And see, the thing about it is he actually.
It just seems so complicated.
Well, yeah, he went out of his way. He could have just gone to www.stealmyhog.com.
Oh yeah, no, that's
And,
actually a dating site.
Yeah,
for,
yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yep, for bike.
It wasn't when I went there.
Yeah, no,
no,
it's
it's
completely different.
ridemyhog.com.
Gotcha.
God,
God, I
Okay.
hope not.
Yeah, that's my homepage. And here's the thing. So this fella,
Yeah,
he got a friend to do it or like a Craigslist?
I don't know. It was just like, it doesn't really say like his relationship with him, just that they had, communication
I
going on.
thought Ride
He
My
was
Hog was a
texting
petting
him.
zoo.
It is.
They have
Okay.
proof, but like this guy was texting our so-called thief like
Yeah.
during the thievery. Like
How-
he was
Yeah.
texting him.
How's
like,
it going?
He was
Yeah.
saved under thief.
He's like, how do I get it in neutral, my dude? Like,
He was, that's so bad, actually.
found in an
it's a
orange
mess.
grove.
Now, here's my question though. Before we move on, okay. So the bike is stolen.
Yep.
Right.
It's arranged. At what point are the cops like, "Hey, we want to see your text messages"? You know what I mean?
I don't
Like,
know. Well, I think they had video footage that just like from the bar that didn't match his story.
I see
Or
what you're
him
saying.
handing
Okay.
the keys.
Yeah.
I see what you're
and
saying.
he showed him how to start it.
He
And then-
high-fived- he
and then
high-fived him.
And he waved at him as he's pulling out.
Yeah.
He's like, can't wait to get that insurance money.
Well, we'll see you in prison, my guy.
All right, our next headline has to do with some faking as well. We have a St. Cloud, Florida man accused of impersonating an officer.
Okay.
Now
Well,
we've
you
had,
can't do that.
We've had stories like this before.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, so we have a 60-year-old Florida man seen driving a black Dodge Charger,
Oh, no.
which a lot of law enforcement
Yep.
agencies have those.
Yep.
Okay. And so we had a Florida Highway Patrol that he saw this, like he saw people getting out of the way of this vehicle
Okay. Wow.
Gotcha.
on the interstate.
Yeah.
And
They
then he
got
noticed.
curious.
Then he noticed that it had red and blue lights going on the top.
Nish.
But there was no emergency calls or any dispatches going
Wow.
out. And so he was so convinced at one point he had actually, I think a different deputy had pulled out of this guy's way thinking it was a real cop.
Really?
No way.
And so this deputy ends up pulling over our Florida man.
Mm-hmm.
The guy gets out. He had full uniform, tactical boots, vest, a duty belt with a handgun,
Okay.
pepper
sword.
spray,
Yeah.
the sword,
Okay,
a
yep.
baton,
Tactical
handcuffs,
sword.
literally everything. The guy from the mugshot, like I'll show you guys the mugshot.
Whoa.
He looks like a cop.
Bro,
cut.
that's a cop. I've
He's
ever
got
seen
the
one.
cop
Haircut,
haircut
yeah.
and everything. And so, like, even real Florida Highway Patrol
They're
were
apologizing
actually,
to him.
yeah, they
Yeah.
were legitimately
Sorry, I had to
thinking
do this.
he was
Yeah.
an actual cop.
Yeah.
And so he's like, well, no, I'm not. He's like, I didn't have any lights going. I'm not trying to be a cop. I'm on
Yeah.
my way to a jewelry store right
to a
now.
costume contest.
Yeah,
for
that's
Halloween.
100%.
That would be the best way
That
to
would be
do
the
it.
best way.
Yeah.
So the best time to impersonate a cop,
Yeah.
we've always said, is Halloween.
Halloween.
100%.
Yeah.
And that we said that back in 2014. Josh came to a party Cameron and I were hosting.
Yep.
He's wearing these 5-inch seams, really nice
Tactical
black,
boots,
tight
specifically.
shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
some tactical boots.
Got to go to Spirit Halloween store.
Is
One of
that
my
one of those
favorites.
places that only opens like 6 weeks out of the year?
Yeah.
They disappear. I don't know where they go, honestly.
Well, they're
they open and abandon like the weirdest
Looks a million.
buildings.
Strange.
Yeah, like
I want to know where
The
that
mall had
inventory is
one.
held the rest of the year.
I think they have to sell it before they can
Have
close
you
the
gone
shop.
in that store the rest of the year?
I don't.
Bingo. That's where it is.
That's
Still
true.
there?
Question:
Still there.
The guy went to jail.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big
Good.
time.
Good.
They
Big time
let
jail.
him out.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
he was able to convince him.
he had a guard duty shift afterwards. Yeah. All right. So our next headline, we have a Florida man who really just leads police right to him. He was caught walking down the street carrying credit cards and IDs that didn't belong to him.
Hopefully in a.
for sale.
Oh yeah,
And
big
he
trench coat is how I picture it.
Yeah.
there was reports of car break-ins. Wow, topical.
Whoa.
So what city is this? No. So there was reports of car break-ins. So police were looking for this guy. And they found him walking down the street with this bag. Okay. They matched this guy up because one of the car break-ins, when they were, investigating it,
Sure.
they found marinara sauce
I'm sorry.
on the door handle. Then they found
Okay.
a box of like an empty box of pizza, and they just kind of
There
kept
it is.
Wow. Okay.
following these pizza clues until they
Right.
found.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean pizza clues until they found this guy walking down
What
the
are
street.
pizza clues like?
Pepperoni
loose
footprints.
pepperonis?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, a trail of pepperoni, some grease.
Oh, you're leaving fingerprints.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
Parmesan
show up.
cheese sprinkled
They
around.
show up
Okay.
initially,
Yeah.
and they're like, "This is a bloodbath." Something red
Yeah.
all over the car,
Yeah.
Right.
and the next thing they know, they're like, "No, that's just
That's just
Is that the
marinara.
that's pizza sauce."
It goes
Right.
dip in the yeah. Okay.
So what? So what
And
happened
so
with this
they,
guy?
they ended up finding out that this guy had stolen all these cards and gift cards, but they also found another car that he broke it into, which I think was where the pizza box was. And they
Pizza was in the car?
he had stolen a 9mm handgun
No,
and a concealed weapons permit. Like he stole a permit.
Okay, well-
so he's a good guy. Like
Yeah.
he's like, listen, I
Yeah.
can't
right.
conceal this
Legally.
weapon without
Yep.
having the permit. So
Steal one.
he had just stolen.
Oh, it wasn't a gun pizza. I pictured it was a pizza with
No.
ingredients.
No, the
of a knife.
pizza's gone at this point. The box is all
Okay.
the evidence they have. But his neighbors, this Florida man, they tell police that this guy was coming around at night trying to sell a gun.
Okay.
Okay.
He was also
Very slippery gun.
he
yeah.
was also coming around asking people to call the number on the back of some gift cards that he had
Right.
to check the balance.
Okay.
And you know, the
Okay.
gas the
Okay.
credit cards were used at
Yeah.
gas stations, and
Yep.
so I mean
Yeah.
the dude's just
Okay.
like terrible.
He's got
at-
skills,
he has skills at stealing,
but not.
with getting away with theft.
There's
making
two
poor
steps to
choices.
stealing, right?
Right.
And getting away with it.
Right.
Exactly. So he's in jail.
The thievery
Yep.
and then the cashing in.
That's right.
You got to
Right.
be good at the cashing in.
Exactly.
and you
And
gotta-
getting away. I mean,
Yep.
yeah.
The pizza, I think, is the where he failed.
You think the pizza
that's
gave him
all,
away?
Well, that's all the evidence.
I don't know, man, because in my mind, it's like marinara sauce proves nothing. Everybody loves pizza.
That's true. Yeah. A good attorney could get you off.
Just because there's marinara sauce on one car that was broken into and a pizza box behind another one.
Right.
Okay.
Why are those linked? I mean,
I see what you're saying.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody loves pizza.
Stealing cards makes you hungry, supposedly. I've heard that.
And it makes it easy to buy pizza.
Okay.
Anyways, our next headline, we have a Florida man that goes into a Publix in Coral Gables.
Oh, nice
Okay.
place.
Very
hops
good
into
town.
hops into an electric shopping cart, goes to the seafood section of the store,
Oh my gosh.
and
American
all-
dream.
orders 100 lobster tails.
Come on.
I'm sorry. You're going to have to prepay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
right.
You can't just drop 100.
That's
Yeah.
$700.
Wow.
in lobster tail, which isn't that bad.
Can't even-
$7 a piece.
That's the math. Are you sure?
I feel like it's $6.99.
Okay.
I see what you're
It is
saying.
$6.99. But anyways, yeah, I mean 100 lobster tails. Like Josh said, I'm gonna need you to like prepay for
Yes.
these.
I mean-
Yeah.
While we gather 100 lobster.
Where were you even going to get that?
Well, they had the tank. They had to pull them out and kill
Oh
them.
my gosh.
Kill them, pull the tails off.
Did he sit there and watch the whole thing?
No, I don't think
Maybe
that's
that's the secret.
I don't think
He's
that's
really
a thing
into that.
anymore.
Oh.
That would be weird.
But he
Yeah.
wasn't into paying?
He's got like a crew. What's the word?
They're like, "Sir, lobster meat's expensive." He's like, "When are you going to kill him?"
Yeah. Let me
Right.
watch.
Yeah, can I come around the counter?
Yeah.
So, anyways, he starts scooting out with no intention to pay. It says
No.
Oh, so they put him in his front basket?
yes,
And,
and
he's
he just
like,
scoots out, which
I
I
promise
get it.
I'll
Like
pay,
you don't
yeah.
want to carry 100 lobster tails.
You can't physically. You
And
can't.
so the manager stops him. He's like, "Well, I'm not trying to steal him. Okay, never mind. I have a weapon and I'm not afraid to use
Oh my
it."
Oh
God.
So,
my
anyways,
gosh.
I think he gets out.
No, what?
Well, he doesn't get away, but he gets
He
out
drives
of
out.
he gets out of the Publix
Yeah,
and then
well, it was
is
a weapon. They
very
always said
quickly arrested for attempted strong arm robbery and simple battery. So he hit the guy. I think he hit
God,
the
with a
manager with the
craving?
front
Oh.
basket.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
I think
Talk
you,
about a craving, though.
I
'cause
think you have to in that instance.
obviously you can't flip 100 lobster tails.
no,
Right. Not
No.
quick enough.
not
No.
overnight.
No, you're gonna have to really.
You're gonna
eat
need
those.
some butter too.
Yeah. Are these cooked and like already processed?
No,
Like,
I don't
I'm
Really,
really.
just pulled him off of a body.
Oh,
I just want to say something
Well.
here, and we don't know what Cameron's headlines are. We don't get a heads up.
obviously.
This is part of the fun, right? We're surprised, but I want to say this: there's a really good chance. I would say a 35% chance that a headline's going to have to do with some kind of food thievery
Okay.
or food battery.
Right.
Yep.
or just
food violence.
Yeah, food violence. At least like
violence
once a week.
to the food or with the food.
Or some kind of crooked cop or cop impersonation.
Are you saying my headlines are becoming like
biased?
Stale?
We're saying you're
or predictable?
What I'm going to say is you've got probably 1, 2, 3 headlines left.
Right.
I want to go ahead and predict now.
Okay.
That at least one of them is either cop related or food related.
Okay.
Is that possible to predict that?
Well, I mean, they all have a cop in the end because usually they're getting arrested.
Don't bend the rules.
I'm going to make a prediction.
Okay.
One has a lovely pair of whooping cranes.
Okay.
Josh is closer.
Thank you.
Are you kidding me?
All right. So our next headline, we have a Florida man that goes into Meat Town.
Okay. The joke is too easy.
I'm sorry. Could you one more time?
Florida man walks into Meat Town.
Okay.
It's right there.
So my living room.
He goes into Meat Town, which is a meat market warehouse. I think he goes in with an intent to steal.
Yep.
Finds the keys to a Bentley.
Okay.
Okay.
A Bentley that is parked inside of Meat Town.
No.
There's a Bentley parked inside of the meat market.
They don't just sell meat.
They don't.
Yeah. They sell your ability to get more meat.
Apparently, the Bentley is the owner's daughter's car. Okay, it's parked there. So he finds the keys, and I think he comes up with this idea of, I'm going to steal this car.
Pretty good idea.
But I see a camera or two. So I'm going to go up on the second story where I found the office and set the entire office on fire. So that the video surveillance is destroyed and nobody will find out that I sold this Bentley.
You know what may be easier?
Right.
Making the daughter fall in love with you.
I see what you're saying.
Like
the long con.
Swooning.
Yep. Now, I do want to say this. If you're going to steal something, and I said this for a bit, it's best just to leave with it and don't worry about burning it down.
Secondary crimes are frowned upon, you're saying.
I think in his case, he's thinking, I really don't want to be caught with this Bentley because it's easy to get away with stealing a Bentley.
Yeah. Well, that Bentley says, follow me to Meat Town.
Exactly.
Let me ask you this. When your neighbors had the truck stolen, did someone burn the house down? And were the crooks caught?
That's why we got
That's why he's worried.
That's what I'm saying.
We got the truck back.
Now, I want to say this also. Just want to point out that I just said 2 minutes ago, the food is probably food related or cop related.
Boom, baby.
I haven't mentioned the cop yet.
The next sentence was heading to Meat Town.
Well, we didn't know that was food related.
All right. So here's the thing. All right. So he burns down the second story. He steals the Bentley. The next day, he drives the Bentley to another business to burglarize it.
Okay.
And at that point, he gets caught. Where police literally see the vehicle, and it's like, it's a Bentley. Like,
right. It's noticeable.
How often do you see a Bentley driving around?
Right.
It's true.
They open up the trunk. They find a laptop with a Meat Town sticker on it.
Okay.
License plates, I heart meat.
Right, exactly. And so, anyways, he ends up getting charged with arson, grand theft, and tampering with evidence and all this kind of stuff.
But again, that's the thing. Grand theft by itself, you can deal with that. You can maybe bounce back. Grand theft plus arson.
Yep. What did we say?
True.
Step 2 to thievery? Cash again.
Come on.
It wasn't good.
All right. So our next headline.
Finally.
We have
Here come the whooping cranes.
Florida man who's on a high-speed chase because police were alerted that this guy was a possible suspect for kidnapping.
Okay.
That's no good.
And so they're following this guy in a Camaro. Okay. He couldn't get away. The Camaro just didn't have enough. Or he didn't have the skill.
Well, it could be in 6-cylinder.
Yeah, it could. That's true. Yeah. And so anyways, he is driving through all these little side streets, trying to find a plan. He finds a shed that he decides to hide in under a bunch of bags of trash.
Okay.
What's under the bags of trash? The shed?
Him.
Okay.
No, he is under the bags of trash.
Okay. Yeah.
Inside the shed was a bag of trash. Why?
Oh, wow.
We don't know. You don't keep trash or bags of trash at least in the shed.
No, not normally.
But he crawls under it. Police, within seconds.
Is he under that bag of trash?
They're like, sir, your feet are sticking out.
It's literally like a comic.
He's like, those are trash.
Dude, we can see you. I mean, we see you right there.
Hey, fellas.
Hey,
Hi, Joshua.
Josh.
So this question actually comes from Patreon.
Come on.
Subscribe.
What a blessing.
Got this in, and he gave us a deadline. He's like, got a first date with my girlfriend, which I was like, punching some holes in that story.
Yeah, is it a girlfriend before the first date?
Yeah, Kate and DeChant.
If you claim it, it is. And I've always said that.
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
Speak it into existence,
not
my
sure
friend.
about that.
Well, this goes out to him and Haley.
Come
Congratulations.
on.
First date
Congrats.
coming up.
First date. Listen to us on your first date, and it will go great.
Yep, perfect. Good saying.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll never say that again.
Yeah. Okay.
He wants to know, what are the topics or the questions to avoid asking on a first date? Doesn't want to mess it up.
That's right.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent question.
Right,
And
probably like boiled peanuts.
any boiled peanut talk
Yeah.
or meat town talk. Actually.
Right.
Right.
Just cut that out.
Yeah.
There
Frowned
you
upon.
go. Section
Whooping
over.
cranes, though? Is that a goodie?
No.
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 They're too controversial.
So I reached out to Greg. Well, I reached out to you guys first
That's right.
and didn't get a response,
That's right.
even though I saw a read receipt. I
That's
saw
right.
that you read it. And so I reached out to Greg
Okay.
and I asked him, hey, what
Mr.
to avoid?
Dependable.
Yeah, Mr. Dependable. And I'm not sure if Greg actually read the question correctly.
Okay.
Because what he sent me, and you guys know about this, when you send someone something, they reply with 3 books of texts.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah,
Once
you
you
read the
reply,
first book.
What are you talking about? Wayne can't respond to a text without sending 4 text messages.
I get
hate
really
that
anxious
3-word
and
letters.
whenever I'm sending like a paragraph, I get really anxious.
You have
so
to
I have
split
to
it
send
up.
a line, send a
Yeah.
line, send a line.
We hate that.
Yeah.
Speaking for Cam and I, we hate that.
Well, it's 10, is it because it charges you 10 cents per text?
I know
roaming.
it's 8 cents.
I know.
Yeah, I got a better deal.
So what did Greg say about
Well,
this?
Greg said actually for the first date, what you want to implement
Yeah.
is a dress code.
Okay.
But
That's good
not-
advice.
Yeah.
For yourself or for
No, it's shoes and it comes down to laces. He said this actually is
This
a book
isn't-
that he's reading.
This is not going to be good.
It's the book called Scat,
Okay. That's fine.
and it's the shoe
Okay.
care analysis technique. It's how Greg
Shoe
analyzes
care analysis technique.
character.
There's a whole book about it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So Greg's reading a scat book.
Yep. So he sent me a couple snippets. This is why I don't think he understood the question.
Right.
So luckily I prepared an answer.
I see what you're saying. So this is bad first date advice
Yeah.
from the book of scat. Go ahead.
So the book of Scat, from what Greg sent me,
Okay.
SCAT stands for shoe care analysis technique.
We
That's
heard
right.
that. Yeah.
So you ask your date, wear shoes with laces. Because
Ah.
chapter 6 actually is about laces and it is subtitled, Don't Be Trippin'.
Okay.
Subchapter E. Subchapter E under laces, Don't Be Trippin' is don't tie the knot just yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
wisdom.
That's wise.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
So under the SCAT book,
Come on.
laces.
That's right.
Sub, don't tie the knot. This analyzes knot technique.
Huh.
When your date arrives, are they double knotted? Are they untied laces?
Oof.
Yeah.
This I can see where this
Yes.
would say a lot about
Thank
a person.
you. Yeah. So it kind of breaks down characteristics usually found in people that do big bunny ears.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to avoid those.
Cam does big bunny ears.
He does do big floofy bunny ears on his
Yeah.
sneakers.
And usually that means sleazy from what the book.
Oh.
Yeah. Or possibly a mason,
If I'm
which is weird.
listen,
Mm-hmm.
if you're gonna walk to places like Meat Town,
Yep.
you have to have big bunny. You can't
Big
go
bunny
with
ears?
double knots. You
Yeah.
gotta go.
You
Oh, yeah.
sleazy
Well,
Mason.
Well,
Good.
I mean,
Exactly.
gotta
Double
be
knot.
laying that brick.
Yeah.
Double knot actually says busybody.
No, it's not a brick joke.
Busybody.
Mason? Like a
Mason?
masonry?
Illuminati.
I get that, but what do you
Yeah.
think a mason is?
I don't know.
Where do you think it came from?
What do you guys think a knot with no bow? What do you think?
Probably
Oh.
ex-military.
What do you do with the
No,
shoelaces?
that's a double knot. A double knot would be.
What do you do with the excess shoelaces? Like stuff it in your shoes?
It doesn't tell me.
Okay.
Knot with no bow usually means bad dexterity.
I think you're stuffing it in your shoe.
Yeah. Or a low carb diet. Someone who likes a low carb
Really?
diet. Yep.
Atkins.
Huh.
Mhm. Atkins. So Obviously, that didn't answer the question at all.
Right.
No,
Greg.
yeah.
Okay, so the Book of Scat is not good advice for date number 1.
No.
Uh,
So what Caden wants is questions to avoid asking on a first date.
Right.
right,
And you just
yeah.
talked about a scat book for 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, it was topical.
That's right.
So
Well, it's what you were given by Greg.
thank you. So I went ahead and also I looked at my my old black book.
That's right.
Of questions that worked and didn't work.
Whenever you were on first dates.
Yeah, and I'll let you guys decide what you think may have worked.
100%. Let's hear it.
Okay, so is it weird? So this is a question I would ask.
Right.
Is it weird if I said you chew pretty?
I don't
Like when
see
they're
the
eating
problem
their
Do you
with
think
food?
that.
that? Do you think that? Yeah,
No, I think
You think that,
complimenting
like
is
lobster
okay.
tail. Yeah,
Right.
You chew really pretty.
yeah. Do
Now
you think
that's
that, like,
aggressive. No, that's
Oh,
too aggressive.
Yeah.
How would you
Yeah.
suggest it?
He just said
is it weird if I say?
you're just. Is it okay if I say? Is
Yeah.
it weird if I say? Like you're asking
Yeah, bro.
approval. You just.
Oh, I
went-
see what you're saying.
You aggressively. You chew pretty.
You chew pretty.
Now that's just.
I see what
too
you're
much.
saying.
I'm grossed out.
All right,
Ask
next.
permission to say that.
Right. What's next?
Okay.
Your house is burning down.
Come again?
Is that
Oh.
a question?
What's the
Just-
first thing you hope gets destroyed?
If your
Wait.
house is burning down, what's the
Okay.
first thing you
Yeah.
hope gets destroyed?
Yeah, that's a way of asking what's your deepest, darkest secret, but that's a slick way.
I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
that's a trick way. That
Because you want the
actually-
evidence
Yep.
destroyed.
That led to a second date. I'm just going
Wow.
to give you a tip right there.
Really?
Okay.
Third
Interesting.
date, no, but second date went well.
Are we-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'm down
not
with it.
bad.
Next question, you guys decide. What color underwear do you think I'm wearing?
Huh.
Right now,
Yeah,
Josh.
yeah.
I mean, you are for sure
You talked about
sporting some leopard print right now.
Okay, yeah. No,
Really?
it's Tiger Stripe. Tiger
Oh.
Stripe Thursday.
What?
So
Tiger King comes out next week.
come on.
Yeah.
okay. This one you guys can guess. Did this lead to a second date? Did you bring your toothbrush?
Oh, because you're implying.
Mm.
Now,
That's
see,
just
there's two-
opening up without asking.
I
like-
see what you're saying.
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
two things are being implied here. Let me
mhm.
go ahead and flesh this out.
Okay.
Did you bring your toothbrush? It's
Mhm.
either A, this date's going to be successful and
Right.
may last longer than the evening,
You're gonna
Mhm.
need it tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
or B, we're eating at the garlic factory,
yes.
and before we go play putt-putt,
Okay.
you better brush them hogs.
Yes.
Right.
Amen.
Exactly.
And that's actually oddly enough what it was. We were at the garlic factory.
No.
Yep.
Eating the cloves.
Eating the cloves. This one actually, I'm not even gonna lead you there. If I got a flat tire,
Right.
could I call you?
No, that's not a bad question, dude.
Because I got bad news.
Go ahead.
I got a flat tire. And I need a little help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't. I think on the first date, that's a little bit much.
Yeah. Okay.
On the first date, Caden, you're a little uncomfortable. You haven't gotten there yet. So what
Right.
you want to do is hide everything that's
Yeah.
negative.
You guys got
Yeah.
any?
Ask
Any
questions that
questions?
are like, interesting that you want to know about. Who's your favorite lead bass player?
Yeah, 100%.
That's the kind of stuff that you want to
There's
know.
a-
Like that tells you, like, Wayne, who's your favorite lead bass player?
oh,
This is
Neil
bass,
Peart.
like the
Exactly.
guitar.
Right.
Neil Peart.
There's a secondary bass
Yeah.
Right.
in guitars.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I just meant like,
Oh,
the bass is the lead part in most music. So, like, who is your favorite bass player?
okay.
Now, see, I go
And
a
that's
little,
going to say a lot about the person. Like,
Is
Wayne,
it?
Wayne doesn't know what a bass instrument is if he said Neil Peart.
No,
so,
most drummers play
I've
bass.
never heard of
Okay,
that
well-
music.
Well, I will say
choice.
this. Here's my question, because
Mhm.
I like to go more complimentary. It's a question, but it's like I'm letting you know what I'm looking at.
okay.
So on a
Okay.
first date, if
Mhm.
she smiles at me, I go, "You eat with them chompers?" You see what I'm saying?
Why is it so
okay.
aggressive?
Yeah.
Why are you yelling
I guess
at
that's
us?
a question.
I want her to know how strong I am,
Okay.
but also that I am looking at how beautiful her smile.
strong those
You eat
teeth
with them
are.
chompers?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
see what I'm
Cam,
saying?
you think you can put a buffer between my questions and Wayne's terrible
Yeah.
assertiveness?
I mean,
Okay.
personally,
Yeah.
I would ask questions like, do you always eat with your mouth open? Because
Well, true.
Wow. Okay.
it's kind of throwing me
Yeah.
off right now.
well. What if the meal is really piping hot?
Well, it's that's why you back it up with I mean, it's beautiful.
Right.
Wow. Okay.
But I don't know if I want to see it all the time.
Jeez. Okay. Bring them up. Bring them down. Well, we're going to end on the last question that I can tell you is successful.
Come on. Oh, so this question's worked for you?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
All the ones that you've said so far.
No, not all of them.
Okay.
Some not. Like favorite Berenstein Bear. That didn't lead
Everybody
anywhere.
knows it's Papa.
Yeah, Papa Bear. What's your least favorite substance to wrestle in?
Least favorite.
Holy water, usually.
You think it's holy water?
Yeah.
It doesn't have a lot of viscosity.
I don't know. I usually feel pretty blessed when I wrestle in holy water.
No, that's wrestling yourself. But if you want to wrestle with someone else,
I don't have a problem wrestling in holy water.
Mayonnaise is the answer.
Oh, that's just gross.
Mayonnaise is a lot of questions in this quiz.
What?
I was going to say boiled peanuts.
Sara Blakey was born February 27th, 1971 in Clearwater, Florida.
Wow.
Wow,
Native
an
Florida
OG.
born.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
Sarah was one of those kids that was always really perky and outgoing.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Like I was just saying, like from
A lot
a
of
young
kids.
age,
Yeah.
she was like the life of the party. One of those
Right.
kids, she never had a problem talking to everybody, very
Cool.
eccentric,
Okay.
telling jokes.
Yep.
She kind of went through kindergarten and middle school.
Starting early.
Well,
Skipped a few grades too.
yeah. So she went through kindergarten and middle school, but she was well liked, is what I was
Okay.
going to say. She went through like both of those sections of school well liked.
Oh,
She graduated from Clearwater High School
Okay.
congrats.
in 1989,
Hmm.
relatively popular. And she was so smart, she was easily accepted into one of the worst schools in the state, Florida State University.
Okay.
Wow,
Well,
they'll take anybody.
I mean, the worst football team in the state for sure. For
Don't say
sure.
that.
But a great school, though.
Great
It's
school.
a great school.
yeah.
Bad American football team. So
Yes.
the interesting
This
thing
guy.
is, as outgoing as Sara Blakey was, no one really knew like what she wanted to do with her life. And so I think the
Okay.
picture I want to
Well,
paint
I mean,
here is
any college.
Yeah,
kid.
so career day. She's like,
that's what I was going to
question
say.
mark.
Going into college, a lot of people don't know what they want to do, but she was so eccentric and outgoing. You think someone would have an idea of like, oh, she said she wants to do this or she wants to do that.
Politician.
Yeah, no one knew.
Right.
And Sarah didn't even know. She was just kind of
That's
coasting through. She gets
She's
to
having a good
FSU.
time. She
She's
loves
having
people.
a good time. That's right. And so not really any public ambitions, but her sophomore year at FSU,
Okay.
she finally started to hone in on her desired goals. Sara Blakey decided to become a lawyer.
Oh,
Okay.
Cool.
Well,
Perfect.
we know a couple of those.
Not just any lawyer.
Not from FSU, though.
She wanted to be the best lawyer that Florida had ever seen.
well, I mean, I think that you can accomplish anything that you would want to
Is
accomplish.
FSU known for its law school?
That's
Yes,
right.
Actually,
That's
it
right.
is.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So here's the thing. Soon
I would
enough,
know.
she's making it known she wants to be a lawyer. And
Mhm.
soon enough, people began to talk about it. So here's this girl who's really outgoing. She's got
Okay.
an excellent personality, very intelligent.
She can do anything. People
That's
say.
right. That's
Yeah,
right.
for sure.
It's just kind of like
She's
became
perky.
a given
Mhm.
that Sarah would be an amazing lawyer. She graduated from Florida State University in 1993, and she began preparing to take the very difficult LSAT test,
Yep.
which is the law school admission test.
Okay.
Yeah. Same year Hurricane Andrew came through, too.
That's right.
so.
Which you think
A little
would be
bit
a
of a
distraction.
distraction, yeah.
That's a distraction from studying. But
Yeah.
she was so focused on being a lawyer. She said this, and this is not me. This is a quote from
Okay.
her.
Please.
Come hell or high winds, I'm going to pass the LSAT test.
Oh God.
Wow.
So
How-
after months
how
and months
apropos.
of studying.
Weird that you have that quote.
That's odd. Sara Blakey showed up at the testing center,
Okay.
Right.
very prepared,
Okay.
ready to take the next step towards the rest of her life.
Ready to go.
She felt great about the exam.
Yep.
And as the results came in, Sarah was notified that her LSAT results were actually historic.
Wow.
Okay.
Historically low.
Why would they tell her
what?
that? That's
Sarah
rude.
Blakey
Just
had-
tell me I failed.
had
So
one
the
of the
best
lowest
lawyer.
LSAT scores in the center's history.
No freaking
Wow.
way.
Now she's like, I'm
And
gonna
she went
try.
through school.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
They were so bad
Okay.
that she was initially denied the chance to take it again.
What?
Wow.
No, well, that shouldn't be. That's not fair.
Now listen. So here's this girl she's eccentric. She's
What if
well
I had
known
the
around
test
campus.
upside down?
I know. She wants to, she just tells everybody, I want to be a lawyer. And it's a given. She's so intelligent. She's so bright. She's going to be a lawyer. She scored so low on the test. They basically said, we're not going to waste our time having you come back and do it again.
Don't you have to pay for this?
Guess what?
You do.
Yeah, FSU.
I know.
But it's not that good of a law school.
Here's the thing. A mercy was shown upon her.
Mm-hmm.
She was granted another chance by the grace of God to bounce back and prove to everyone that she had what it took to be a lawyer.
Yep.
She took the exam again, and fortunately for us, her results were even lower the second time.
No way.
That's right.
Is
Now,
she Christmas
so
treeing this?
It's not like golf. Like lower scores better.
No, and I just want to pause real fast. Yeah. I haven't heard that phrase since like elementary school.
What
Christmas treeing the test?
Yeah.
It unlocked a memory for me. The Scantrons.
I thought it was C all the way down.
That's right.
Yeah,
statistically, if Sarah had done C, she would have done better than what she actually did.
Oh my God.
Wow. Maybe she's, who knows?
Here's the thing. This young lady who had spent her first 20 years in life without any real like career ambition, she finally develops some, and she fails the test twice. The entrance
not
exam,
a good test taker.
twice.
I've heard that.
Right.
Yeah.
At this point, she's crushed. She's humiliated.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what she's going to do. So
She can't even sue the testing facility.
She wouldn't know how.
She wouldn't know how. Yeah, she couldn't know how. All the lawyers in the state boycotted her. They wouldn't even hear the case.
Yeah.
Man.
So she ends up doing what most Floridians do at some point in their lives, and she applied to work at Walt Disney World.
Wow.
That's a jump.
Well,
Right.
Limited options.
Wise.
Limited options, my
Yeah.
friend.
Mm-hmm.
Following the astronomical failure of the LSAT scores.
Wow. Okay. Well, you don't have to rub it in.
Sarah's first interview at
She's a
Disney.
nice lady.
Well, her first interview at Disney actually went really well.
Yeah.
Okay.
perky.
Yeah.
You can only go up from there.
Personable. Yep.
Yeah. So really good interview. They tell her that because of her perky personality, that they wanted her to audition for one of the main characters at Disney World.
Okay. Wow.
The following week, Sarah auditioned for the role of Goofy.
Okay. I mean, I feel like it's a step down.
You think?
So this girl, let me just backtrack for a second.
Yeah, you feel a little bad for her.
Good in elementary.
She had in her mind,
Yep.
I'm going to be the best lawyer Florida has ever seen.
That's right.
Then she fails, and she fails worse.
Not just once.
And now she's Goofy.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. She's auditioning to be Goofy.
Okay.
Don't get ahead of me because she did not get the part.
Okay. They
She
said
failed for Goofy.
it was one of the worst.
That's the
no.
worst audition for Goofy we've ever seen. She goes, can I come back and do it again? They go, no.
No.
Wow.
Here's the thing. I will tell you this. Her dreams are crushed. She gets a small victory in the fact that her first interview at Disney goes well,
Right.
but then her audition for Goofy goes terribly wrong.
How do you have an interview, like a really good interview, and be like, you would be great in an outfit that we never see you or hear you ever speak.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, they
Isn't that
don't
a
ask her for a
weird-
goofy voice.
Well,
Right.
before we get too down in the dumps here,
Okay.
I just want to say the folks at Disney, the good folks over there,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't want her to feel bad. So they
Okay.
go, look, we're going to offer you another role.
Okay.
They offer her the role as a chipmunk.
Oh, well, it's not
Well,
as prestigious.
yep.
You get the Hawaiian
That's
shirt
a
on.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a respectable
it's
part.
If you're
an
a
equal
chipmunk,
move.
It's
yeah.
a respectable
If
part.
you're a chipmunk, you party every day.
Is it unnamed or is it like Alvin?
Nope, just chipmunk.
There's 2 chipmunks.
I don't
They've
know.
already cast the
It's not
3
Alvin?
brothers. Yeah, they've already cast the 3 chipmunks. She's just got chipmunk number F.
Wrong world, my dude.
I don't know.
She turned-
Marvel?
She turned the role down, and instead she decided to take various janitorial
She
positions.
turned down
To
the
be a
role
chipmunk?
of chipmunk?
She did. She
Okay.
felt it was humiliating, and she didn't want to do it. So she took a janitorial job at Epcot.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. At least you get to do food and wine.
That's right.
Most
After-
respectable park out of all of them, too.
It is actually.
That's classy.
After 90 days, she decides to quit Disney,
Okay.
and
Okay,
she
yeah.
moves back home with her parents.
I got a
get it.
good lump sum to get her
Right.
dream started.
That's right. They gave her $17 and a tag from an umbrella, and she went back home to live with her parents.
Yeah.
At this point, she doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Right.
She's
I
kind of
don't
back
either.
at square one.
God,
She's
I
living
don't
with
have
her
any
folks.
ideas what would be next.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Her mother tells
Here we
her
go.
that she needs to lean into her strengths.
Right.
That you're a personable
I
person.
thought I
You're
was.
outgoing.
I thought I was at FSU.
Yeah,
I
no.
thought I was with Goofy.
Right. She says you're outgoing.
Yep.
Her mother hears about this job through a family friend.
Okay.
She goes, it's really personality based. It's based on how outgoing you are, how friendly you are, how likable you are.
That sounds like any Disney job.
Here's the thing. Sarah accepts a position as a door-to-door fax machine salesperson.
Oh, my gosh.
What?
Okay.
What year is it?
FSU
produces
some of the best
fax machine salesmen.
That's right.
This seems right up her alley.
That's right. Now, I want to just say here for a second, Josh has some experience in door-to-door sales.
Oh, yeah.
Now, is that a difficult job in general?
It's very uncomfortable.
Okay.
Usually people know you're coming somehow.
Yeah, they can smell it.
They're very aggressive to a stranger knocking on their door in the middle of the day.
You don't say.
And not usually ready to purchase things.
Right. So here's the hypothetically, if you're going to sell something door to door, would you choose fax machines?
That's what I was gonna where on the hierarchy of like what's good to sell as a door to door
fax machine
salesman?
Where's a fax machine user?
Yep.
Is usually going to like a Kinko's or a Staples.
I see what you're saying.
Unless they have too many faxes, then they use that store to purchase the fax machine.
Right.
Okay.
So you're really limiting your window of people that need to send a fax immediately,
right,
and don't have a ride to the store.
I see what you're saying. So small market, Sarah says yes. She decides to sell fax machines door to door. And honestly, I'm not sure if there is a worse product to sell door to door.
Yeah, you got to give something along with it, like a 2-liter of Coke.
Yeah, or like a car.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is
just
about
email it.
Maybe lobster tail. No, lobster tail would be better to sell.
Well, here's the thing about this time in Sarah's life. She's gone through so much up until this point. She's like, you know what, man, I'm at the bottom. It's only up from here.
Okay.
So many people said no to the fax machine. Surprisingly, that Sarah,
it's not your fault. Sarah.
Said yes.
Became immune to the word no. She literally was at a point in her life where she had no more shame. From the law exam scores to the chipmunk casting, and now fax machine failure.
Wow.
She genuinely just stopped caring what other people thought.
Sell sundials or something else relevant.
Right.
Well, this is the truth to it. To be a successful salesperson, you have to be immune to someone telling you no.
Absolutely.
You can't be offended by it.
Right.
And that's an unbelievably freeing position to be in, where you just stop caring what folks think. And Sarah found herself there for the first time in her life where she's like, you know what? I don't care anymore.
And that's what it took to become goofy.
That's right. Back to Disney. No, I'm just kidding. Here's the thing. But that is when Sarah's luck began to change.
Okay.
She stopped caring what people thought about her and decided, you know what? I'm going to live my best life. Whatever happens, happens. And it was in that season of door-to-door sales that Sarah learned two very important things. Number one, confidence is key to everything.
Amen.
Okay.
And number two, walking door to door in Florida, humidity really sucks.
Right.
Yeah, I learned both of those.
Also. Right. You can testify. So the last point, oddly enough, was life-changing for Sarah. No matter how many different outfits she tried, Sarah could not get comfortable.
Okay.
Brother, you're speaking my language here.
You're walking, you're sweating, you're uncomfortable, you're lifting things.
Mesh shirts.
Her clothes are sticking to her, shifting about. She said that the Florida humidity and the heat made even the most amazing outfits become increasingly unflattering.
God.
So Sarah decided to take things into her own hands. One night after a long day of fax sales, Sarah decided to create, like most of us do, some custom underwear.
Okay.
Well, no.
I've got plenty.
She says, if I'm going to sell the worst product on the planet, I'm going to be comfortable and I'm going to look good doing it.
Yeah.
So she cut the feet off of a pair of pantyhose.
Okay, what?
And decided to wear them as long underwear under her clothes.
Those are still pantyhose. Those are still pantyhose.
Well, they divert the sweat down to the angle where you can shake it out.
So if you can imagine a pair of pantyhose, she's cut the feet off and she's pulled them up like underoos.
We imagine.
Through the feet.
Why'd you grunt?
Because it's hard to get all that in there. So here's the thing. The idea was it would keep everything comfy and in place. And she didn't need to worry as much about her outer apparel when she's walking door to door. Because she's everything's kind of compact in these pantyhose she's got cut out and taken care of.
Sure it is.
Somehow this homemade contraption, even as a surprise to Sarah, worked out perfectly.
Okay.
It was undetectable beneath her clothing. It was extremely comfortable.
All underwear are undetectable.
Who's like, I can see you're wearing underwear.
Yeah, some people you can. Some folks you can. And as an added bonus, it made her appear slimmer, which in turn gave her even more confidence.
Now sign me up for that. I'm
right.
okay with that.
So she goes back home the next day. She makes 4 new pairs for herself, 1 for each day at this point, and before realizing that maybe other people would appreciate them as well. The problem is that's a pretty hard thing to market. But she pitched
cut up pantyhose.
Right.
Yeah.
So she pitched the idea to her mother.
Okay.
And she encouraged her to run with it. She goes, hey, look.
What else you got?
At this point, what you going to do?
We already bought 5 fax machines.
Yeah, what are we going to do, baby? You know what I mean? Like, so Sarah's life savings combined with a loan from her parents equaled $5,000.
Okay.
Mostly the parent loan.
That's a lot of parents, like a lot of parental help there.
$300 of fax machine money.
She decides to dump this money into her new invention.
Okay.
She spent every single night researching fabric types, patents, and trademark designs.
Okay.
And before long, she knew the ins and outs of the clothing industry, but she just needed someone to believe in her.
Yeah.
Yep.
So luckily for Sarah, a hosiery factory owned by a man named Sam Kaplan decided to manufacture her product at a discount after his 2 teenage daughters discovered the sample that she sent in and fell in love with it.
Okay.
So this guy owns a pantyhose factory.
Yep.
She sends him a sample. Will you help me manufacture this? He's like, His 2 daughters find it, put it on, and goes, this is brilliant. This is amazing.
The teen girl demographic, everybody's.
That's the thing. Ironically enough, Sam had almost rejected Sarah's pitch, but then his daughters loved it. The reason why Sam didn't like it is because she had chosen to call the product Spanx.
Okay.
This name I'm familiar with.
I've heard of Spanx.
Yep. Spanx.
Mm-hmm.
So to recap,
first place was called Meat Town, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And then they changed it to Spanx.
So Sarah sends the owner of the to a pantyhose factory. His daughters find it. They fall in love with it.
Right.
He decides to produce it. At this point, Sarah's got a great product and manufacturing, but she's still really struggling to get her name out there.
Mm-hmm.
But that all changed in the summer of 2000 when she received a call from an unbelievable ally.
Okay.
Apparently, word was spreading around Atlanta, where one of the manufacturer's locations was, and a resident of Atlanta had tried Sarah's product by chance and was demanding to speak to her about how much she loved it.
Oh, well,
okay.
That's good. That's a good demand.
That is a good demand.
That resident of Atlanta was a lady named Oprah Winfrey.
No way.
Okay. Well, that's a big...
Oprah Winfrey wears Spanx?
Now,
I can't believe that.
Here's the thing. Now, Oprah, she's still a big freaking deal. But in the 90s and early 2000s, Oprah's like queen of the universe. I mean, the woman created empires. Even a few years ago, Oprah was a presidential candidate or rumored to be one. I mean, she's still got power.
She owns a TV channel.
Yeah. Well, Oprah is to suburban housewives what Joe Rogan is to like most dads.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
embarrassing.
Right. And obsessive. They love her. Right. So she's like the influencer of influencers.
Yeah.
Sarah Blakey goes to Oprah Winfrey and Oprah puts her on her show.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, okay. To be on the Oprah show.
Right. The next thing you know, her product Spanx is skyrocketing.
Huge.
Anything on the Oprah show, though.
100%. Nearly every woman in the Western Hemisphere is now talking about Spanx.
Wow.
Finally, Sara Blakey has the platform to use her eccentric personality and her door-to-door fax machine salesman confidence.
Wow.
And in its first year of existence, Spanx generates $4 million.
Holy
And
cow.
in the second year, it generates $10 million.
Well, okay.
So this girl, in a matter of like 600 days, goes from broke selling fax machines to a company that's worth $10 million in its second year.
Right.
In
It's a big jump.
In 2001, which is in the first year of the company, Sarah signs a contract with QVC, the home shopping network.
Okay.
And her life officially changed forever. In less than a decade, Sara Blakey became the youngest self-made female billionaire in the world.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
What?
The company currently makes $250 million a year. And the interesting thing is
their hosiery with the feet cut off.
Here's the thing.
I didn't realize like Spanx was like that widespread.
Once you put them on though, the male brand Hanks,
once you pop
does
it
it
on
still look like pantyhose?
I don't know. I've never seen them.
But he winked when he said that.
Yeah, I've never seen them. Here's the thing though. She never took a single outside investment.
All hers, huh?
So Sarah is currently listed as the 93rd most powerful person in the world.
Are you
serious?
And one of the wealthiest females on the planet.
Didn't we just see a viral clip?
We're getting there.
Getting there.
That's right. We're getting
wow.
there. Chronological order. This show. So she's really I'm
blown away.
Yeah, she's really generous,
93.
philanthropic.
Yep.
She's donated millions of dollars to charitable organizations, and just recently she gave another $5 million away during the pandemic to help female-run small businesses recover from the lockdowns.
Awesome.
Woman's handing out cash like her role model, Oprah Winfrey.
Yes.
Most recently, Sara was in the news because she announced that she was giving every single one of her employees at Spanx 2 first-class tickets to anywhere in the world and $10,000 to spend.
That's what I saw. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely incredible. A pretty amazing Florida woman, and honestly, one of the cooler inventions from our state, because we've had a lot of inventors in our state.
Yeah. Air conditioner,
sunscreen. But most of those were 6 decades ago, 7 decades ago.
Gatorade.
Gatorade. It's really neat to have a modern invention come from Clearwater.
Right. I had no idea Spanx was still a thing.
Yeah.
I just thought when I hear the word Spanx, I think of, I was going to say 90s, which is obviously not true, but
no, not even close.
I feel like it's an older thing. I didn't even realize it was still a billionaire.
Yeah. What's absolutely
insane
about it is it's less than 20 years old. But I think it's culturally it's such a big deal. Yeah. But I think it's interesting because I saw recently that she actually sold some of the shares of the company for $1.2 billion.
Jeez.
And the woman's just rolling in it, and apparently pretty kind and really giving and gracious.
Aren't there a guy Spanx? What was the guy?
Hanks.
Hanks?
I think so. And I think
tighten you up. You haven't noticed?
I was going to say,
thank you.
Chiseled.
Yeah. No, that's a different brand.
Yeah.
Your biceps look bigger too.
Thank you. They don't go that high, but thank you.
Listen, episode 154.
154.
I can't wait to name this one.
Oh, I know.
What are we going to call it?
I don't know.
I've got some ideas.
Do you really?
Yeah, you'll have to wait.
All right. Well, listen, we love you guys. Thank you for tuning in, especially the live streamers. Hey, patreon.com/FMOFM podcast. That is where you get exclusive access to the show.
Definitely. Also, if you're listening, just tell somebody. Tell a person.
Evangelize.
Yeah. No, about the show, actually. She's already made her money.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We're trying to get our Spanx money.
Our first billion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, when Josh texted me the other night and said, I'm trying to get that Spank money, I didn't understand what you were referring to.
No, yeah, that's what they at the ATM at Meattown has.
I gotcha. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next week at episode 155. Until then, God bless you and your family.
Yes.
Have a good one.
See ya.